Welcome to another edition of Highliner News. I'm Amelia.
And I'm Coy.
With what seems like a never-ending winter, reporter Tucker Johnson brings you along with this recent April snowstorm.
Today is April the 3rd, and I'll be recording through the entirety of the storm. I'll be forecasting all the way throughout. Even though I'm not a weatherman, I'll be probably in the same spot trying to show you how much snow we got, at least in this area. As of now, as you can see, it's been snow blown, snow, pretty good. We'll see how it ends up being. Pretty calm right now. Could be the calm before the storm, but we'll see. All right. Did it work? All right, we're back and it's day 2. It's the afternoon of day 2, done with school. It's 12:40. 12:40, day 2 of the storm. It is now started. As you can tell, there's snow falling, and it is getting a little bit windy. Not too bad yet. There is some accumulation on the ground. It's cold, but I'll keep you posted. But at this point, we're gonna talk with our chief weatherman, Carter, and we'll see what Mr. Haas has for us in the forecast.
Well, Tucker, straight from the weather station, I think we are going to see about 9 to 13 inches of snow, really strong wind gusts, closed roads, and a big week of just no school. I'm talking Tuesday to Friday, bad weather, road closures, school closures, the whole 9 yard, and that's your weather report.
Okay, I'm not entirely for sure if you can see me all that well. I might have reflectors on that you might be able to see. As you can tell, we've gotten quite a bit of, I don't know how much accumulation, I would say, because there's a lot of drifts here. As you can see, it's blowing pretty well. I've brought in a measuring stick. I'll measure about, I'll measure right here. Other way. About 9 1/4 inches, just in that little spot over here. Over here, I don't know if you can see me, but it's about to my waist height. As you can see, I'm not going to be able to get those out. The night of April the 4th, Tuesday, it is cold, very drifted, very windy. I can't believe it's April. This is insane. Anyways, I'll check with you in the morning. It is Wednesday the 5th. It is very windy and cold. April 5th. This is not April 5th weather. This is cold. It is windy. It is brutal. It's not it. It's not it. Over my knee. Crazy. I can't back out of my car. It's the car. Oh, so cold. Windy. Oh, I think this is going to be my last recording. This was a great adventure. I hated it because I didn't want snow in April. Anyways, let's hope there's no more snow till next winter, and hopefully it gets warmer. Reporting for Highliner News, this is Tucker Johnson.
With graduation a month away, reporter Olivia Ingstead asked some seniors their favorite memories from VCHS.
My favorite memory was probably going to state volleyball when I was a sophomore.
First day of sophomore cross country practice, there were bats flying everywhere while we were running, and we went to ice in the laundry room, and bats got into the laundry room, and Bacalar was running around with a towel hitting them over our heads.
My favorite memory is probably playing sports with my friends.
Last year during prom, Sydney and I were the last 2 people on the dance floor when the lights were on and everyone else had left. We were dancing to Taylor Swift.
My favorite memory would be beating Jamestown this year and bringing home the iron helmet.
Probably the junior year powder puff game.
My favorite memory is when sophomore year the state cross country team had a Nerf gun fight in the North Gym, and we set up like obstacle courses and stuff.
My freshman year of homecoming.
I remember having a volleyball dinner, and we went to my coach's house for dinner, and she had a really hot husband.
For Highliner News, this is Olivia Ingstead.
During this long winter, the senior high band and choir escaped to Florida for some competitions and fun.
Amelia Meester takes you along on the trip.
10 p.m. on March 15th, we loaded the buses to start our journey. Arriving at the airport at 3:30 a.m. on the 16th. After waiting at the airport, we boarded the plane. And 3 hours later, we stepped foot in Orlando, Florida. Spending a little time at our resort, and then heading to Wonderworks. We went back to the hotel, checked into our rooms, and got ready for the next day ahead of us. April 17th was the day of our performances. And then we spent the next day and a half at Universal Studios with a group supper at Bubba Gunk and Hard Rock Cafe. And then for the awards ceremony.
With a silver second, congratulations to the senior band from Valley City High School.
With silver second, we have Valley City High School Senior Choir.
The next day, as we waited to head into the airport, we explored the Kennedy Space Center and a quick time at the beach. And 3 hours later, we landed back in Minneapolis for a drive home. For Highliner News, this is Amelia Meester. Are you nervous about not knowing any dance moves at the prom?
Reporter Max Mayhews teaches you some moves.
What is your favorite dance move? The Dougie.
Reporting for Highliner News, this is Max Mayhus.
This VCHS student worked hard to win a trip to Europe.
Reporter Sierra Pabst brings you the story.
I heard about the essay thing, and I was super excited. I was confused too. They were actually doing this. I didn't believe it at first, but we've been learning about Europe in geography class in 7th grade, and I was like, wow, that sounds very cool.
As part of the competition, Kylie had to write an essay.
When it asked about rivers and how they affect your community, I kind of talked about the flood of '09 because it was a really big one in our town, and I was born right in the middle of it, so it had a lot to do with. I got to visit the Anne Frank house. That was really cool. There was so much good food there. The architecture was completely different, and overall it was just really cool. My mom's already been to Europe. She did a tour in college. My dad and I are both Dutch, so that's kind of why I chose him. I just learned a lot of history from there and their cultures and the fact that they still dress in their traditional clothing, a lot of people. For the windmills, we got to tour the inside of them, and a family with up to 10 children had to fit into the windmills, and there was super small space. And Frank House, it was really emotional, and I learned that they had to fit in such a small area, and we visited it when there wasn't much furniture inside.
Reporting for Highliner News, this is Sierra Pabst.
Thank you for joining us for this edition of Highliner News. I'm Coy.
And I'm Amelia.